Good morning,
Please go ahead,
everyone.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, thank you. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our April 4th meeting, special meeting, the Ontario Provincial Police meeting, and I'll see if some of the board members are here. I'll start the meeting, call the meeting to order, and I'll ask Kimberly if she will read the approval of the minutes, please, or the approval of the agenda. Thank you.
That the agenda be approved as presented. Is there a mover? Member Lalonde. A seconder? Member McDonnell.
All in favor of the motion? Motion is carried. Thank you. Does any of the members wish to declare a pecuniary interest or a conflict of interest? I'm seeing none. We'll move right to item 3.1, the traffic safety, and we have Detachment Commander Mark Hemrick here to speak to safety concerns regarding 138. And I'll leave it to Mark to start us off. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, everybody, all other members of the board for gathering on this Friday morning for this special meeting. I have asked to meet the board today. Although we did have the opportunity to briefly touch on the subject of traffic safety during our last meeting, tragically, not 72 hours later, Stormont, Dundas, and Glengarry experienced another fatal motor vehicle collision on Highway 138 in our patrol area. I felt the need to ask for a special meeting and speak with the board, just to provide the board with some reassurances, but also some concrete actions that the Ontario Provincial Police, its partners, and our specialty resources are utilizing to ensure that the roadways and highways throughout the United Counties are as safe as possible to be traveled. So, Mr. Chair, previously you have heard me speak about, some of the metrics that we've spoken about, some of the metrics, about ticket volumes and traffic stops. But I have always told you yourself and the board that the most important metric for me are the number of fatal motor vehicle collisions and personal injury motor vehicle collisions that are occurring in the United Counties, and seeing those trend downwards. Obviously, with 4 fatal motor vehicle collisions and 5 deaths on our roadways and highways in the last 3 weeks, that is not occurring. And I and all of the members of the SDG detachment are deeply disturbed by this trend. We have met as a command team, we have met as a leadership team, and the members that are out there day in and day out patrolling in our uniform patrols have met as well. And I wanted to reassure and reestablish the commitment to yourself, Mr. Chair, and to the rest of the board, and to any members of the public that are listening today, that traffic safety is a top priority for our detachment and its members. We are using the 3E strategy to ensure, to try and bring those fatal motor vehicle collisions down and those personal motor vehicle collisions down through a change in driver behavior. So that first E is always engagement. We are engaging with our members at the detachment and ensuring that they understand the why behind the importance of conducting traffic safety. We are engaging with our partners within the OPP, including our aviation unit and specialty traffic units, to provide us with additional resources to patrol the areas, including the Highway 138, that are problematic, where we really need to focus on changing driver behavior. I'm also engaging with our other partners throughout our other ministries. I have received a commitment from the Ministry of Transportation Enforcement branch that they will be stepping up their regular patrols of commercial motor vehicle enforcement on Highway 138 and other areas within the United Counties. The final engagement, Mr. Chair, is we are going to be vigorously engaging through social media and through our conventional media partners with reminders of the motoring public about all sorts of safety tips, but also of the enforcement or proactive activities that we are taking to change that driver behavior. From those engagement activities, Mr. Chair, we move into the education portion. So, and they all flow into one another. So when we have those additional units, as I said, you know, in order to change driver behavior, it is really, you know, we can go through education or we can go through enforcement. And we always hope that education would be the first one. So reminding people through conventional and social media and other means about safe driving habits, making sure the roadways are safe for everybody to use. If we are, you know, performing proactive traffic safety activities and we are stopping drivers, right? Maybe an education conversation is the best method if those officers are using their discretion and they feel that conversation is enough to change driver behavior. And then finally, it really moves to that enforcement portion. You know, we want if our teams, whether it be our local detachment members or whether it be the Ministry of Transportation Enforcement Division or other specialty units that will be assisting us with proactive traffic patrols, you know, sometimes enforcement and charges under the Highway Traffic Act or other statutes applicable to the road safety in Ontario, that those are the most appropriate to really change that driver behavior. Because once again, Mr. Chair, that is our ultimate goal. I am very pleased that when I did bring up the issue again, once again, to our specialty traffic units, our upper command in the OPP, also to the Ministry of Transportation, but probably most importantly, the commitment that I received from the members of this detachment who live in these communities, whose families drive on these highways. They were all in. They were fully committed to saying, yes, we have a recognized problem at the moment, and we play a very large role in making sure that traffic safety is a #1 priority for this detachment, and that we are out there for the public and for the members of our own families. Mr. Chair, I leave it over to you for any questions or any questions for any members of the board.
I can make a comment before I ask the board if they have any questions or comments to make. I just think I hope the media is going to pick this up because we need all the exposure we can get to inform the public what's going on behind the scenes and what everyone's trying to do to create the safety concerns that's going on the Highway 138. And I think this is a good opportunity to do this. So thank you for this meeting. I'll ask any board members if they have any questions or comments regarding Mark's report. I'll start with Martin.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, through you. Yeah, I much appreciated, and I know this is likely pretty tough on the officers that you know, that respond to these calls, but much appreciated that you guys are putting the extra effort in and looking at what our MPP has said. It looks like we don't know exactly what, but there's some commitment to have some changes, you know, starting this fall or something going, you know, at least more information this fall, hopefully for something to be done next year. So it's pretty tragic, but hopefully we can continue to move forward and continue to push. And we've been lobbying for a long time to have changes on this highway, and I think we have to keep working on them.
Correct. Any other comments or questions? I was just talking to Mark prior to the meeting. I mentioned that I'd like to, at the next conference, have another meeting with MTO to find out the status Highway 138 in terms of how they're moving forward, more safety things that they have in on the design. I know that they're looking at repaving the asphalt from Monkland to Cornwall Center Road, and also they're going to complete the roundabout this year. But we're also looking at turning lanes, passing lanes, things like that to ensure more safety. But that's some of the things, yeah, that we have to collectively work together towards. And I'd like to work with the OVP prior to the meeting, and so we're on the same page as we move forward with these concerns. Because one accident's too many, as far as I'm concerned, and it was very devastating, the last one, for the community. The lady was very, very well known, and it's a sad situation for all of us. Is there any other comments or any other questions for Mark? Okay, thank you. I'm going to move on. Next, we have the 2025 meetings conference budget update, and I'll ask Kimberly if she'll speak to this.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Through you, the board this year has budgeted the standard $1,600 for conferences. This has been our standard amount, but the OAPSB has really stepped up their offerings now. They're expanding their services and their conference and zone meeting activities. So there is an upcoming zone meeting later in the month that I believe Member McDonnell would like to attend. And then they're hosting their annual conference later in June in London of this year. I think it looks like a great conference that Member Lalonde would like to attend. So I'm requesting that the board approve an additional $3,400 to be added to this budget. And I have followed up with our treasurer here at the county. We can use the police services surplus funds to fund this extra budgetary amount for 2025.
Very good, thank you. Are any questions?
Yep.
Sorry, do you have anything else to add?
Nope, that's it. I have a motion and I can answer any questions. Thank you.
Okay, we'll read the motion and then I'll ask again if there's any questions after the motion's read.
It reads that the board approve that an additional $3,400 be added to the meetings conferences budget for 2025 to be funded from the Police Services Board surplus.
Thank you. Are there any questions regarding the increase to the budget? I'll ask Todd.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And the only reason I want to comment is I know Jim's on the line as well. And I know when we went through the process as provincial reps, part of the process was being more involved and being more educated in regards to the role that we were taking on here on the board as well with our municipal reps. So again, I would like to see an increase here for simple fact is for myself or whoever may want to attend future events. I think it's of importance. Obviously, our commander just made reference to some of the issues that are going on locally, and you, Chair, mentioned how sad it is. But I think as we get more educated across the board as members, it would help us overall. So again, I just want to point out that the province, from the perspective of appointing people at the provincial level, has said they'd like to see members more educated and in tune with what goes on. Not saying that our municipal reps should be there as well. I think it's very important that we all be there at some point. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Well, thank you for that. Are there any other questions or comments? All in favor of the motion then?
Oh, do we have a mover and a seconder?
Oh, I thought you already had, so I
Sorry.
thought you said you were going to have that. Can I see hands? Okay, I'll ask who's up there. I can't see. Todd, he's moving it, and Jim will second it.
Perfect.
Are there any other questions? All in favor of the motion? Motion's carried. Thank you very much. Yeah, I might if I can get some time, I might attend that conference as well. I'll let you know very shortly, now that we have the funds to do it. If there's nothing else, we have a motion to adjourn.
It reads that the meeting adjourned to the call of the chair. Is there a mover?
Martin, seconder, please. Jim.